Zanim mój mąż zniknie, to książka Selji Ahawy, z którą spotkam się za moment w Helsinkach, żeby o tej książce właśnie porozmawiać, ale szkoda, że Państwo tego nie widzieli, bo przed chwilą wiatr wyrwał mi notatki i kartka poleciała hen i jeszcze dalej, w związku z czym muszę iść szybko do kajuty, żeby te notatki przypisać tym razem już do notesu, wtedy będą bezpieczne. Książka trudna, ciężka, to mało powiedziane, bo to historia pewnego małżeństwa, w którym mąż w pewnym momencie oświadcza swojej żonie, że on zawsze chciał być kobietą i robi wszystko, żeby tą kobietą zostać. Nie jest to rzecz łatwa, jest to rzecz dająca do myślenia, jest to rzecz, która ciągle kołacze mi po głowie. Nie to, że chciałbym zrobić to, co bohater książki, aczkolwiek te wszystkie perypetie, przez które przechodzi małżeństwo, od tego, że mąż zaczyna używać damskich kosmetyków, zaczyna się ubierać tak jak żona, jest taki moment, kiedy oni nadal śpią razem, no ale ten dotyk jest coraz mniej pożądany, także no, mocna historia. W to wszystko wplątany jest Krzysztof Kolumb. Jak? Haha, właśnie tak. I wszystko zaczyna się na statku. Nawet chciałem Państwu przeczytać fragment, ale ten fragment również pofrunął. Idę. Pa! Z Selją Ahavą umówiliśmy się na rozmowę w bibliotece. Tej bibliotece, która za moimi plecami Finowie wybudowali ją sobie na stulecie niepodległości. Zobaczcie, jak wygląda w środku, bo wygląda.
To me, the whole topic of that book is not about transgender, but about what we really know. Like, what can we know about other people, about ourselves, and how much in our lives we take things as facts when they are actually just presumptions or beliefs, and that sometimes those presumptions and beliefs can be revealed to be wrong, and then that leads to a crisis, and this crisis kind of happens in that book in several levels. It happens in this relationship level, that somebody I thought I know turns out to be something else, and for a while that is really, really confusing. Kind of breaks down all the concepts and categorizations that you've had fixed in your head. But it also then compares that to the story of Christopher Columbus, who thought he found India And he thought all through his life that he found India, although reality around him was in many ways telling him that it's not India, it's something else. But because he wanted to believe, or that he couldn't maybe believe anything else, he was fixated on this idea of being right, having found India. And also in a kind of world history level, there are phases in history when we have to reconceptualize, we have to draw the world map anew because a new continent is found. And so for a while there's this phase when everything is a bit shaky and in motion. And for me, that worked really well as a metaphor for what was happening for this woman in the book, that she has to redefine everything anew, like who she is, who her partner is, who he was in the past, and what they were. Did she know him at all, or had she lied or not? It's all, for a while, really difficult for her to define.
As you said, it's also a book about discovering new areas, like at Column and like your main character. Do you think that woman wasted her last 10 years with her husband?
The woman, if she wasted, I don't know. I think the book actually describes very short time in her. It's like just half a year in her life. So I think you would have to give her maybe 10 years and ask her then whether she wasted her years or not. But of course, there's element of betrayal, and I think yeah, so I don't know. She's very confused. And also, when in terms of who's wasted time, I mean, you can also ask whether whether her ex-husband, who then become Lily, whether she wasted most of her life, 40 years. But I don't think those sort of questions are very healthy, like to ask afterwards. Because it can be very painful to feel like you've wasted a lot of years.
It's also a big mentality problem for your main character, because she said in the end of the book, skirt is the limit, I can't help it. A man wearing skirt is a manifesto.
Yeah, it's a banal thing. But of course, there's a sort of, from the point when she tells her that he thinks there's always been a female to him as well. Big for the main character, kind of a process of stretching starts. Like, how far can I stretch? How much can I take? How much can my love stretch? And how much can our relationship stretch? And then you don't know until you reach that point, maybe one day, that, okay, I can't go beyond this. So they end up separating, but it's not straightforward and easy. I don't think anybody can tell in that sort of situation what is going to happen.
Maybe she will have a problem with trust to somebody again.
Yeah, could be. Of course, it shakes the. If you have to question who you know and how well, and do you really know, and how do I know that I will be what I was until now? Then, of course, it questions your ability to trust other people as well. She is blaming herself partly. For that, was there something that she should have recognized or understood, or was it because of her lack of her own femininity that it was possible? That was it that she wasn't kind of requiring the male enough, or kind of weird questions like that that are also included in her thought process. Yes.
No i tak, to była Selja Ahavą, która prawdopodobnie przyleci do Polski na targi książki na Stadionie Narodowym, bo przecież tam Finlandia będzie gościem honorowym. Będzie okazja porozmawiać o tej, a także o innych książkach. A tutaj za mną prom Selja Line, czyli foka, którą będę płynął teraz do Sztokholmu, i tutaj serdeczne podziękowania dla Szymona Wołkowicza z Holiday Tour. Jeżeli Państwo wybierają się gdziekolwiek na świecie, to Pan Szymon Was tam wyprawi, znajdzie bilet, znajdzie hotel, no wszystko będziecie mieli z głowy, także wygooglujcie, wyfejsujcie. Bardzo dziękuję Panie Szymonie za pomoc i co, zimno, wracam.